Welcome to Fullerton College basketball on Hornet Radio. We are live at the Hornets Nest as your Hornets, number 2 preseason team in the 3C2A, at 4-1 host the Citrus College Owls, who are 5-1, the highest scoring team in the 3C2A. Corey Nalen, Caleb Ramos, Henry J. Medina on the table with Becky Nguyen. On cameras, Wade Donahoe and Vito Amador. The old guys running around here somewhere. Caleb, Henry, we'll start with you, Caleb. It should be an outstanding matchup early on this season.
Yeah, you mentioned Citrus's 104.8 points per game, highest in the state of California. But the Fullerton College Hornets and head coach Perry Webster pride themselves on their defense.
Yeah, their defense this year is only allowing 61.4 points per game and 39.4% from the field by their opponents. Their offense is producing 77.4 points per game.
Okay, the starters for tonight's matchup for Citrus, the visiting team, Leo Ricketts out of De La Salle High School at one point guard, Amiri Meadows, who leads the team in scoring out of St. John Bosco. Dylan Victorio, another guard who goes 6'5" from Ayala High School. J.J. Sanchez, a kinesiology major out of Montgomery High School in San Diego. And number 5 will be Rockwell Reynolds, a 6'9" sophomore from Rancho Santa Margarita Catholic High School. And for the Hornets, your starting lineups at a guard forward, 6'7", Sonora High School is Yoda Aki. Donovan Pitts goes 6'5" from St. Anthony's. Trey Thompson, 6'2", freshman from Washington Prep. Braden Smith, versatile big, 6'8", 215 from Peninsula High School. And Jakari Miles, just signed with Cal Baptist University out of Stevenson Ranch and West Ranch High School. He's the team's leading scorer. Round out the starting 5. On your screen, you'll see Citrus already on the floor in blue. They'll be heading from left to right in this first half of play. Fullerton, as you see, coming out in their white with the blue trim, will be going right to left in this first half. Gentlemen, I'm excited.
Me as well, Corey. Fullerton's coming off a loss earlier in the week to West LA, but Jakari Miles did have 25 points in that game, as well as Trey Thompson. So they did produce offensively in that matchup.
Smith and Reynolds will jump it up at center court at the Hornets Nest, and we're off. And with the ball will be Amiri Meadows, who averages 6 steals a game, a quick around the corner with the left up and no. And the rebound goes to Miles. Just started 2 20-minute halves here in Trey Thompson. Running point for the Hornets. That's something last year that they were a little bit. Aki, right side for the first bucket of the game.
Aki averages 9.5 on the year.
Good drive on that right side and the step back from Sanchez. JJ for 3.
J.J. Sanchez shooting 35% from three-point range.
And that's what Citrus does. They shoot the ball very, very well as Thompson has it on a double-high UCLA post to Smith. Smith working on Reynolds, has that quickness advantage and then used it. Henry.
Yeah, he just blew by the defender there, used the glass to get that easy bucket.
4-3 early on. Fullerton with the 1-point lead. Reynolds, very versatile with 6'9" here. Sanchez working on Aki. Fullerton, man-to-man pressure, man-to-man defense as they run a lot. Very rarely will you see them run a zone. Here's Meadows dragging that pivot for the first turnover of the ballgame.
Yeah, that was Leo Ricketts handling the ball most of the time. He shoots 65% from 3, but only 47% from the field, so they got to make him take those contested 2s.
As you see Citrus in the blue, man-to-man pressure as well. Almost a steal up top. Here's Aki, kick out for 3, no. Donovan Pitts, the lefty, doesn't take it. Thompson up top, high screen, as you see there by Smith, rolls down, has a mismatch. Cross court to Aki, he misses the 3, rims out. Reynolds leads the Owls in rebound, connects his first. Turnover number 2 by Meadows, and Thompson lays it up with the left and lays it in.
That was a great reach by Trey Thompson, able to just poke the ball out, get it to Donovan Pitts, and get it back to him for the easy lay.
6-3, Hornets with the early lead. Just started here, 17:53 to play, first half, and there's another steal. Jakari all alone. Number 5 with the lay.
And he read that perfectly. Got an easy bucket for the Hornets there.
Sanchez steps in off glass too much. Meadows up with the left, rims out. Second rebound for Miles. And both of you mentioned the defensive prowess for the Hornets.
Yeah, absolutely. But this Citrus Owls attack is fierce. We talk about their 104 points per game, and they're shooting extremely well from three-point range with 46.7%.
As you saw the battle underneath, good defense by Citrus, highly contested on Smith. Deep three by Reynolds, no good. And a nice putback. And that was Dylan Victorio.
Yeah, it looked like he was going up for a rebound, and the ball just kind of got swatted in between the two players. Kind of a lucky bounce, I would say.
Nonetheless, it is 6-5 in favor of the 8-5 in favor of the Hornets. And last touched by the Hornets on the steal attempt. So the Hornets have their first turnover. 3 minutes, 11 seconds gone by. First half, Hornets nest. A good crowd on a Friday night.
And you mentioned the turnovers, Corey. Both teams have a positive turnover advantage. The Citrus Owls only giving up 13, allowing 19. And for the Hornets, they give up 15, allow 18.
Meadows working on Thompson up top. Hornets man-to-man pressure trying to open, and that's what Citrus does. Another quick layup, no good. Rebound fought for. Jump ball, no loose ball foul. Perry Webster wants a loose ball foul by Reynolds. He doesn't get it. So jump ball, alternating arrow. One of the worst decisions in college basketball is to put it out of bounds instead of jumping it up. Belongs to the Hornets. Full court pressure. Fullerton last year, they were a team that lost in the championship game to San Francisco at Mount Sac last year. Underneath, easy bucket. 4 points for Braden Smith. 10-5 Hornets, miss quickly, and here's Aki. Fullerton has a very versatile squad. Not stolen, but knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Victoria.
Yeah, I was Aki taking the ball up the court, getting a second rebound of the game.
And there's a substitution as Victorio is out. In comes Dev Hamilton from San Diego, also out of Montgomery High School. Nice inbound. Aki brings it down, and he's not fouled. Tipped from behind, and that was Hamilton who tipped it.
And that is the kind of contested two that they want to make Leo Ricketts take, but the putback from Rockwell Reynolds was there, perfectly timed.
10-7, Hornets with the early lead. Kick out. Pitts, smooth lefty.
That was a beautiful floater there from Donovan Pitts, getting his first points of the game, averaging 8.6.
And quickly back up the floor. The Owls have it knocked away by the Hornets, so they'll have possession on the baseline. Down by 5 with 15:24 to play. Bishop Brooks checks in for Jakari Miles. So we'll reset with Brooks in the ball game. Smith, Thompson. Also Pitts, and there's Reynolds, no good. Rebound fought for it. Smith comes up with it. And Aki round out the 5 on the floor for the Hornets. And for Citrus, we've got Hamilton, Ricketts, J.J. Sanchez, Rockwell, and Meadows. Down low, nice cut that time underneath. Almost got away with the travel was Bishop Brooks. Deep 3 missed by Thompson.
And off that rebound there, Reynolds and Smith, Braden Smith down low. They're banging down there trying to get the rebound. It's going to be an interesting matchup all night.
Almost out of bounds. You see the quick hands Meadows has. How many? And there's a 3 attempt by Brooks. Looks good, is good.
Corey, I think you're asking about Reynolds' rebounds. I have 3.
Here's Hamilton. Reynolds underneath. Got away with a walk, lifted that pivot, and makes him pay with a pretty spin. He's got 4 points. It's 15-9 Hornets. Quick 3. Donovan Pitts misses. Rebound fought for. Brooks has it knocked out of there by J.J. Sanchez. as Kyrie Shepard checks in the ball game for Trey Thompson. Out goes Aki, and in comes MJ Smith. So Hornets with a 6-point lead on the inbound. Shepard to Smith.
Now, Smith is one of their proficient big guy, 12 points, 6 boards a game.
And that was Shepard for 2. Shepard got in the lane and got that bucket to give them an 8-point lead, their biggest of the ball game. Air ball by Reynolds. Shepard one more time got a chance to talk on the coaches show on Hornet Radio earlier this season for the Hornet men's basketball pregame. Down low, Smith working on the smaller kick out to Shepard. Loses the ball. Scrum on the floor. Last touch but out of bounds by Smith. And Citrus will have the ball with 13:33 to play in the first half. Down by 8. As into the ball game is Alex Sanchez out of Montgomery High School. 6'4" business major. Out goes Reynolds. So we'll reset that lineup in just a moment. So Hamilton will inbound the ball to Meadows. Ricketts, no breather there. Alex Sanchez and JJ Sanchez. Alex wears number 11. JJ number 10. Meadows from 3, shot at 2, quickly up the floor. Here's Thompson. That's not Thompson, that's Pitts. Donovan says, get my name right. 19-9, 10-point lead, and there's a timeout with 13:14 to play in the first half. Hornets up by 10. This is Hornet basketball on Hornet Radio.
Now, the Hornets are playing the kind of physical game they want inside. The Owls don't really have a premier rim protector like we might be used to seeing from these top-tier college teams, and the Hornets and Braden Smith are taking full advantage. Smith already at 4 points and 3 boards.
And when you look at the preseason, Henry, for Fullerton, per the coaches show this season, we saw Mark Pavlovich and what's his name? I hope you're listening. Ryan Osborne on the coaches show. It was very nice that 10 minutes talking about Hornet basketball. They need to stay consistent. Sophomore leadership is the key, and they're extremely versatile this season compared to last, and their strong chemistry early on. Well, there's an attempt for a dynamic upside for this squad, and you can all see that on the coaches show on Hornet Radio with the old guy and the young guy. Not me. Here's Hamilton in the lane, almost blocked by Aki. Good defense by the big man. Here's Shepard the other way. Shepard, Pitts, Brooks, Aki, and MJ Smith on the floor. Good defense. Ooh, a bailout.
And Corey, you mentioned the leadership of the sophomores for this squad, but I was able to run into Coach Tom Gorell earlier in the week, the former head Cypress High School and Catella High School coach, and he said he's really looking forward to see how these freshmen develop. He said he likes the young faces and how they've been progressing at practice.
Head coach Brett Lauer does not like that call in his 9th season at the helm for Citrus, and really, they got a 2008 championship. There's Brooks, who walks into a 3 and missed it.
He took a little bit too much time there, Corey.
Too much time, too many steps, Caleb. And Meadows, how many steals does Meadows average on the season? We'll get that in just a moment. And he blows by MJ Smith, and MJ said, I ain't having it. Get that out of here. And here comes Smith. Pitts the other way. Brooks, another 3. Good stroke. Short. Rebound to Alec. And here is Meadows on the break. J.J. Smith thought he wanted to step into a 3. 19-9 is your score. 12-16 first half. Meadows one more time. This time tries to draw a foul. Wiley in the lane and misses. Minjay. Cross court. Hits. No. Brooks with a push off. Travel and 2.
And you were asking about Meadows' steals. He averages 5.3 a game. Extremely high numbers.
And on the defensive side of the ball, there's a reach-in foul. Take your pick, Brooks or Pitt. And they're going to get Bishop Brooks with the foul. Bishop, 6'4", freshman from Stevenson Ranch, California, West Ranch High School. Anthony Smith Jr. checks in for the Hornets. along with Jaden Patterson, joins MJ Smith, Bishop Brooks, and Yoda. Here's JJ Sanchez. Sanchez has a 3 already. Ricketts, who gets 4 threes a game, takes his first, misses wildly. Rebound underneath, out of the pack is Smith Jr. One-on-one, throws by Ricketts, fouled from behind by Hamilton. And he'll head to the line for 2.
Corey, I'm sorry, but I just can't help. Every time I see Ricketts on the floor, it reminds me of Joe from last year. Not you know, similar play style at all, but I see that orange hair here in the Hornets' nest, and that's all I think of.
That's a stretch.
I know. Other than that, that's all I think of. It was a great run last year, so following the team.
Smith Jr. makes the first. On the season, he shoots from the line.
He shoots 100%. He has not missed yet this season. Hopefully I didn't just jinx it and knock on wood. Our table's not wood.
So that means 100% early on, still 100%. Hasn't gone to the line that much. He makes it a 23-9 lead with 11:26 to play.
The Owls have not scored since that last time out.
And there's a reach-in foul on Brooks. That's his second. Alex Sanchez aggressive. What do you guys see in the first 9 minutes?
I'm seeing the calling card for the Hornets. Defense. They've been putting pressure on the Citrus Owls, not letting them get to where they want to go and getting them out of their comfort zone, and it shows in the score. They average 104. They've only got 9 halfway through the first half.
And inbound to Ricketts underneath, and he goes off glass for 2. He's averaging 17 minutes a ball game, 15 points as well, as Miles is back in the ball game with Smith Jr. Patterson with the ball, Aki, and MJ Smith. Miles runs over, excellent defense by JJ Sanchez, and into the ball game the first time, driving the lane, and iffy call there. Out of control was Brady Orr out of De La Salle High School.
Yeah, that looked like solid defense to me. He was straight up and got the block. Iffy call, like you said, Corey.
Brady Orr, business administration major, 6'4", 190 out of Concord. On the season, putting up 3.5 points a ball game, 1.5 rebounds. First free throw for number 15 in blue, pooches and in.
That is his first points of the game.
Yeah, it looks like Smith and Reynolds are checking back in together. I really liked how Smith has handled Reynolds this first few minutes.
So Smith, Jr., Smith in the ball game, Miles, Patterson, and Aki for the Hornets in white. Both free throws made by Orr. So 23-13, 10:54 to play, first half of play. Terry Webster patrolling the sidelines. Next break in the action, we'll go over both these coaches and both of their accomplishments since they've been here. Two of the best programs in the 3C2A, and there's an over and back violation.
You can see full effort there by Jakari Miles. Just barely stepped on the line as he dove for the ball, and he was not happy with the end result.
Leading scorer on the floor for the Hornets is going to be Bishop Brooks with 5 points. Make that Braden Smith with 6 points. Bishop has 5 on the floor for the Owls. Rock Reynolds with 3. Alex Sanchez, and there's Brady Orr with the shuffle. 7 calls of travel.
You could see the jab step and then a quick little pickup of the left foot. Barely there, but enough to get the call.
Trey Thompson back into the ball game at the point. And when you look at Trey, he's a very confident point guard out there with the left. Good pressure by Orr. 16 to shoot. Thompson drives, blocked by Alex Sanchez. Sanchez coming in the other way. Up to Hamilton. Hamilton on a trailing Reynolds, runs over Aki, and Yoda says, I'll take one. First personal. 4th team foul, make that the 3rd team foul for the Owls. And we'll reset the lineups in right now for Citrus, Caleb?
For Citrus, we have Rockwell Reynolds, Amiri Meadows, Brady Orr, that is Dev Hamilton, and Alex Sanchez out there.
And for Fullerton, Corey, we have Miles, Smith.
How many Smiths out there? And there's Smith Jr.
Yes, we have both Smiths out there, so pretty much
with the offensive rebound.
That's right. So pretty much the starting lineup again: Ake, Miles, Smith Jr., Anthony Smith Jr., the sophomore from Rancho Verde, Braden Smith, and I think we have out there
Reynolds on the putback. Well, not put back, but just on the drive on the left side, Caleb. He's showing why he leads the team in scoring with 19. He's got 6. And there's a foul underneath by Hamilton. And Miles will go to the line.
And Corey, you mentioned Rockwell Reynolds showing why he leads the team in scoring. Little bit inefficient by his standards. He's 3 for 6, which is a bit weird to say. 3 for 6, 50% is inefficient, but he is averaging 61.3% from the field. And at the free throw line is Jakari Miles.
Real quick, we'll get the start. Well, on the floor. And on the floor, Caleb, you were saying?
Rockwell Reynolds, Amiri Meadows.
As Meadows fouled on the way in. And they don't call a foul on Braden Smith. They call out of bounds on Meadows. So either way, you either want the foul or you want the out of bounds. They don't get the foul on Smith, so Citrus gets to keep the ball.
Yeah, Alex Sanchez out there inbounding the ball, as well as Brady Orr and Rockwell Reynolds. And just checking in is Dylan Victorio.
Reynolds uses his strength in the lane. No good. High up is Jakari. And a loose ball foul on Orr. No, that's Alex Sanchez. Excuse me, number 11 in blue on your screen. For Citrus, that's his first personal, 5th team foul. Smith Jr. to inbound, and here's Thompson along with Miles, Braden Smith, and Yoda Aki. Both teams pressuring man-to-man. No full court pressure yet. Nice cut by Aki. It uses the glass nicely and his body for his 6th point of the ball game. It is now 28-15 Hornets with a 13-point lead. Henry and you, Caleb, both mentioned foul up top by Miles. That 15 points for Citrus, they average 104. They shoot 46% from 3.
Yeah. Way off that pace right now. So they're probably in the 60-point range. Looks like the Hornets playing pretty good defense out there.
And that 3-point percentage goes a lot in credit to Leo Ricketts, who is averaging 65 from deep.
So Sanchez will inbound, or Reynolds, Meadows, and Victorio back in the ballgame. High post, give and go in the corner. Victorio fakes, leaves it. Reynolds 2. Good offensive set. He's got 8.
What a pass there from Victorio, drawing out Braden Smith and kicking right to the wide open Rockwell Reynolds.
Thompson to Smith Jr. Aki, I'm very impressed with this young man on the side. And Meadows with the quick hands knocks it away. Here comes the Owls the other way. Flying down the floor with the left side, gets bumped, puts up, no good, but he'll head to the line for 2 freebies.
They're saying, crowd is trying to say his hands were straight up, but his feet were moving, hence the blocking foul.
And Meadows at the line. He shoots from the charity stripe.
70%.
And he averages how many points a ball game, doesn't he? He's second on the team in scoring.
He is 3rd behind Rockwell Reynolds with 19, Leo Ricketts with 15, Amiri Meadows 14.5.
And he misses the first as Donovan Pitts checks in for Anthony Smith Jr. And as a team, Henry, the Owls shoot
as a team, Corey, they shoot 52.9 from the field.
Game 73 from the line, and he misses both free throws. The score stays 11-point lead for the Hornets at 28-17. 7:49 to play. Donovan Pitts, blocking foul in the restricted, got there too late, was Victorio. And Pitts will head to the line for 2.
Pitts shooting 66.7 from the stripe so far this season, averaging 8.6 points a game.
2.5 rebounds. Pitts out of Long Beach, California. St. Anthony's High School, prolific high school program in Southern California. The lefty converts on the first. So he's got his first bucket of the ball, first point. Or excuse me, I'm late. That's his 5th point of the ball game.
Looking for his 6th and tie for team high with Yota Aki.
The freshman converts. He's got 6. And it's a 13-point lead for the Hornets, under 8 minutes to play, and almost a travel. And that's what good pressure does for the Hornets and good defensive teams. As we mentioned, as Alex Sanchez working, the Hornets on defense in the lane and another kick out is always a perennial top 3 defensive team in the state. The 3 is missed by Grayson Boosted, and the Hornets coming the other way down the left side. Leaves it for Pitts to Miles. A contender for player of the year in the OEC. Down low, Braden Smith kick out. You pass up a 2-footer for a 20-footer and turn the ball over as MJ Smith will check into the ball game and Yoda will check out.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Aki. I think that's 2 turnovers in the last couple of minutes there in consecutive possessions.
And a quick first half, and there's only been 1 timeout taken thus far. So we haven't got a chance to talk about coaches' accolades, but we will get to it. Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we'll be talking about Fullerton College athletic program this fall. Rockwell misses. Love that name as Reynolds misses the right-handed hook shot. Trey Thompson the other way. The freshman, little hesitation. Using Boosted with the right. No. Here's Sanchez.
Sanchez is doing well so far.
Ricketts for 3. And Leo Ricketts, his first bucket, or first 3 of the ball game, gives him 5 points and cuts that Fullerton lead to 10. 30-second timeout taken by Perry Webster. And in 30 seconds, we don't have that much time to talk about the coaches. So we'll get to the preseason poll, guys. You mentioned City College of San Francisco, who won the title last year, number 1 preseason, and Fullerton College, number 2, Citrus, number 5.
Yeah, Citrus did lose to San Francisco College in the semis, who then obviously went on to beat Fullerton in the finals as well. But if you look at who Fullerton has played, they have also beaten College of the Sequoias already this season. They were preseason number 3.
And who else have they beaten?
They've beaten West Valley at home, Yuba. They went to Compton and had a near 50-point victory.
So Fullerton, in their first 5 games, they played the number 5 team here today. They played the number 3 team in College of the Sequoias, and they played the number 4 team in West Valley. This is how great teams play and great programs act. And just like Citrus is a great program as well, they're due for a title, gentlemen. We'll get more into that in just a moment as Kyrie Shepard out of the timeout with Braden Smith. There's Pitts, MJ Smith, and Miles in the lane working on Ricketts. No good with the left. They call it on the ground, no continuation. And they call not on Ricketts on the shot. They call Meadows with the reach. And that's the 7th team foul, so 1-1 coming to the Hornets. With a 10-point lead at 6:17 to play.
And
go ahead.
Sorry, guys. And it's a good thing the Hornets got the foul call there. I actually would have really liked to see Braden Smith maybe be more aggressive on that play. He had Ricketts in front of him. He has the size and the height advantage, so I would really like to see him. I think that's what the coaches on the sideline were telling him. Hey, be aggressive. Take advantage of the matchup.
Yoda Aki and MJ Smith both check in to the game for the Hornets as Donovan Pitts hits his second and 1-1.
He's got 8 points, hit the last 4 free throws, 32-20 in the first half. Ricketts hit his last 3. This one from 8, short, flying through the air with the greatest of ease is Boosted, but he misses. Shepard, the sophomore, kick out. Do we have a three? Nope. And turnover, offensive foul. They get MJ Smith with a push coming out of the pack.
And that was another open three-point look that the Hornets really haven't been able to convert at all tonight.
Yeah, they're shooting 38% on the season, so uncharacteristic for them to be missing it so much.
Al's coming the other way. And that's J.J. Sanchez, one-handed Nowitzki style, misses Boosted with the rebound taken away by Miles. So with the reset, Shepard with the ball, the sophomore, he was on the coach's show, talked to Ryan Osborne a little bit. MJ Smith, Yoda Oki, Jakari Miles, who they say has the best shoe game on the team, and Donovan Pitts. Shepard in the lane, quickly in the lane with the left. That's what athleticism and good basketball IQ can do for you, 34-20. Citrus the other way with J.J. Sanchez. Ricketts gets away with another travel. His kicks out to Boosted. Three-pointer from the right side, no good. J. Smith with the board. Meadows and Alex Sanchez round out the five for the Owls.
That was Smith's second board of the game so far.
Shepard up top, and we always talk uniforms, guys. Fullerton, I like the cursive lettering up top, but overall I think I'm going to have to go with Citrus on this one. Push off by MJ Smith. It's amazing on what you can do when you're allowed to take 5 steps.
Yeah, I mean, when they have head referee Cesar Diaz right over there in front of him as well. They did get the call, but you're right, Corey. It's a lot easier to do things when you're allowed to take that many steps.
4:32 remains in the first half. Citrus trying to cut into this 14-point lead of the Hornets. Meadows, reach in, Miles, foul, 2 shots coming.
For Amari Meadows, he is a very good transition and half-court finisher. He doesn't really shoot the 3 ball super well. He's only taken 3 on the season. As he makes his first free throw, he's shooting 70 for that on the season. For the Hornets, you want to make sure you don't allow him to use his explosiveness.
And that's his first point, yeah. That's Amari's first point of the ball game. That's big by the Hornets.
Make that second point.
And he's got 2 points as a sophomore from Bellflower. Shepard, Thompson, pull up. I love the backboard as Pitts, excuse me. Donovan Pitts has got 10 points now in the ball game. The last 6 for the Hornets, 36-22. One more time is Meadows, up and under, no good, and Aki. And guys, you love the flow that Fullerton has in this first place, and they're willing to play and able to play a variety of styles.
Yeah, you were able to see them break that first full court press from Citrus kind of with ease and get Pitts that easy bucket he just got.
Brooks and Shepard, Smith, that's MJ with 8 to shoot. Shepard in the lane, reach in by Alex Sanchez, and Ricketts the other way. Sanchez 2-on-2, finishes strong at the bucket. Alex Sanchez now has 2 and cuts the lead to 12. And this is where Fullerton, 2 turnovers in a row, has got to be careful.
And that was the quick hands of Amiri Meadows again. Kick out.
And there's a 3 missed into the ball game for the first time is Michael Sims.
Now, he has already 2 or 3 steals so far today. Does Meadows, those quick hands coming in very useful.
And there's number 4. We're just going to give him 3 now. Missed on the shot, but he's fouled by Kyrie Shepard. And Meadows went down hard. He'll head back to the line where he made his last 2 free throws. Missed his first 2 free throws.
You guys are right. Meadows is very quick, very explosive, and he has really quick hands. He's been the star of the show these last 5 minutes.
He is 0 for 8, though. 0 for 8 on field goals and 2 for 4 on free throws. Bit of a shooting struggle.
And while Citrus is at the line, we'll talk about Brett Lauer, their head coach, in his 9th season. 202 wins, 51 losses. Both these team head coaches, as he makes the first, have over 200 victories. We'll talk more about Perry in just a moment. We saw him, Mark and I first saw him over at Concordia when he was an assistant coach with Coach Ken Almond. And they won a championship at Concordia.
I was going to say he did win a national championship at Concordia, but he did get his start right here at Citrus with being an assistant before moving on to Concordia.
There we go. And out of both free throws, another deficit and another steal. That's number 4. Meadows one more time, and he's heating up. Timeout, Perry Webster and the Hornets. And just like that, Meadows went from no points to 6 points with 2:37 to play in the first half. Hornet lead cut to 8, 36-28 on Hornet Radio. And we'll talk about Coach Lauer one more instance. They've been to 3 Final Fours 2 years ago when they lost in the Great 8 or Elite 8 or whatever we want to call it, 8. That was their year a couple years ago when they should have, could have, and I'm going to say should have won the title because I picked them. And last year they had a good chance. They're a strong contender, always in the 3C 2A. And when you talk about Perry Webster on the flip side.
Yeah, Perry Webster in his 10th season with the Hornets, coming off a state runner-up finish in the 3C 2A state tournament. He's a 4-time OEC Coach of the Year as well as a 5-time I'll make that a 5-time OEC Coach of the Year and a 4-time California South Coach of the Year as well.
And he has won both of those Coach of the Year, OEC 4-time running, State Coach of the Year 2-time running, and he is also the only person in California Community College history to win a state championship in 3 different roles. Head coach, assistant coach, and MVP as a player back in 2010 with Saddleback.
Here we go. Andy Ground disciple 36-28, and Tom Burrell has ties to Andy Ground as well, the legendary coach at Saddleback. So out of the timeout, MJ Smith, Aki, cross-court pass to Bishop Brooks. You know, the bank is always open, and there's 8 points, and there's a technical foul on Brooks for turning around and talking to the bench of Citrus. Makes it 39-28, but 2 shots coming for the Owls as Leo Ricketts will step to the line as he shoots 100% from the charity stripe as well.
Yeah, they always get the second guy, right? You could see Dylan Victorio stand up, chirp at him a little bit, but then he turns around. Ref only hears the second part. Technical against Bishop Brooks.
Ricketts, he's got 6 points. Another free throw coming. Concord, California, De La Salle High School. Some would say that's a football school up north, but they do produce a lot of basketball talent as well. So on the floor, Citrus ball, 9-point deficit with 2:12 to play. Hornets with Aki, Smith, MJ Smith, Pitts, Thompson, and Brooks. Citrus, they're going to bring out Sims. Inbounding the ball is J.J. Sanchez, Meadows, Ricketts, and Alex Sanchez. J.J. 10, Alec 11. And a turnover.
And we usually see the quick hands from Amari Meadows. That time the quick hands worked against him. Trey Thompson with the steal.
So 3/4 court press. 2 minutes, 6 seconds. First half of play, entertaining first half of play. Citrus has started off slow, only scored 15 points in those first 11 minutes, and now they're trying to find their groove. And they found it, and Fullerton is helping with turnovers.
Yeah, Donovan Pitts just loses the handle and kind of out of frustration goes for the reach-in foul, and that is Pitts, I believe, 3rd foul of the game.
And Corey, you mentioned entertaining. I think it's nothing more entertaining to see Coach Webster, who's just a winner. He's won since he was a little kid, high school, all throughout every single level. He's just won everywhere he's touched a basketball. But it's really exciting and entertaining to see him defend his players on what he considers a bad call.
And here's J.J. Sanchez. Sanchez, 6'5", kinesiology major, out of San Diego, connects on the first. Montgomery High School. Sanchez hit a 3 earlier. This free throw gives him 4 points. Averages 11 points, 5.5 assists per game. That leads the team. Makes both free throws. He's now got 5 points, and the lead is cut to 7. And Mark would agree that Fullerton doesn't really have a point guard on the floor on this team, a legit point guard, as he spoken so eloquently before. But they do have Yoda Aki, and he's got 4 points, and it's 41-32. 90 seconds remain in this first half of play.
Yeah, it was a really beautiful spin move he had down there in the paint.
JJ, Ricketts, double team, knocked away, scrum, scramble, rugby, jump ball, alternating arrow belongs to the Owls. J.J. Sanchez still on the floor as they wipe it up. Good crowd here at the Hornets' Nest. Don't forget, tomorrow we'll be back here at the Hornets' Nest at 5 p.m. for Fullerton College women's basketball against Citrus, who they played last year in the Colleen Riley tournament that the CRTV 145. Ricketts for 3. Oh!
Tried to get an and one call, didn't get it, made the shot anyways.
Don't matter, 41-34, cutting the lead to 7. And just like that, he's in double figures with 10 points. Here's Pitts, 15, no good. MJ Smith in the corner, Bishop rims out. Smith again, no good, but he's punched by J.J. Sanchez. Inadvertently punched him, going for that loose ball. And they'll send MJ to the line for 2. The Matador from La Mirada averages
5.4 points and 4.2 assists, or 4.2 rebounds, 2 assists. And interestingly enough, his free throw percentage is the worst of all of his. He's 75 from 3, 81 from the field, and only 60% from the line.
Again, not at the free throw line that many times, so that average could come up, you hope. As there's a running debate on Hornet Radio and other outlets. Wait till the old guy gets here so he can hear this one. 50 seconds of play in the first half. There's blood on the jersey. We got a moment as the Hornets have a 7-point lead. We're talking about the season poll as pretty much Fullerton plays the top 5. San Bernardino Valley College at 6. Los Positos. Los Positos at 7. ELAC 8. San Jose City College at number 9. Santiago Canyon at 10, another OEC team. Santa Rosa at 11. Ventura 12. This is all preseason, and we know how much preseason matters. It really doesn't. Modesto 13. San Diego City College 14. Chabot is 15. Cerritos is 16. Alameda 17. Allen Hancock 18. Cosumnes River 19. And Moore Park round out the top 20 in the preseason poll in the 3C2A.
Shout out to the athletic trainer Juan Cuevas for getting that blood off the jersey as quickly as he did, making sure that MJ Smith is all right. Nothing's too seriously wrong as well.
Hey, Ryan, or excuse me, not Ryan, but Caleb, what'd you do on Wednesday?
On Wednesday, I was able to talk to a couple of stars.
Where were you on Wednesday?
On Wednesday, we were at the Fullerton College soccer playoff game.
Yes. And that was a good game. Fullerton College soccer as MJ Smith misses the front end of the 1-and-1. 40 seconds. And we're going to talk about that at halftime as well as other. And there's a pushing foul on Anthony Smith Jr., who Ryan Osborne got a chance to talk to on the coach's show in the pregame, preseason, preview, whatever you want to call it, before the season, media day. 10-minute conversation, Anthony Smith Jr., Kyrie Shepard, and Braden Smith. You get a chance to talk to those young men and get an insight of the Fullerton College program from a player's perspective. front end missed. That's the third free throw missed by Meadows.
Yeah, on Wednesday you guys were out there freezing your bottoms off, but I was in class, nice and warm, nice and toasty, and got out of class just in time to catch that second half, which I'm not going to spoil for you guys.
On the floor for the Hornets, we have Braden Smith, Jakari Miles, Donovan Pitts, Trey Thompson, and Yoda Aki.
And the free throw was made
by
Meadows, and here is a full court pressure. It pays dividends. Boosted with the steal and stolen right back. And the Hornets with 27 seconds left. The shot clock is off. And that leaves 21 on the game clock. They've got a 6-point lead. They were up by as many as 14 points, 34-20. A 15-7 run to close out this first half thus far by the Owls. Miles, step back three, top of the key. Oh, yeah.
He was calling the ISO, got the matchup he wanted, and buried the three-pointer. That looked clean all the way.
So at the half, Fullerton takes an 8-point lead. It was 41, right? Was that a 2 or a 3? They said it's a 2. So it's an 8-point lead, not a 9-point lead going into the half. 43-35. This is Fullerton Hornet basketball on Hornet Radio and a plethora of CRTV 145 students. Caleb next to me. We got Henry next to me. Becky's next to me. Becky, how you doing?
Chill.
Becky is chill. Vito up there. Vito, you chill?
Two thumbs up
There we go. And Wade, well, Wade's mysterious. She's like vapor. She comes in, she comes out. You never know, but she is chill as well. And the first half started out well for the Hornets. Citrus took them time to heat up, and they're capable. And you see why they put up 100 points per ball game. We're going to talk a little bit about the OEC, about the Western State Conference South, and also Fullerton College athletics. So we'll start with the OEC. And early on in this season, Santa Ana College is 8-0.
Then it is Santiago Canyon College, 6-0, and then bringing in your Fullerton College Hornets, 4-1, Irvine Valley, 4-2, Santa Barbara, 3-2, Cypress, 2-2, Riverside City College, 3-3, and OCC, 0-5. Now we move over to the Western Conference South. Citrus, who we see playing today, 5-0. West LA, who the Hornets have their only loss to, 5-1. Bakersfield College, 3-2. College of the Canyons, 3-3. Then you have the 3-4. Sorry, I don't know that abbreviation off the top of my head.
So Citrus, West LA, Bakersfield College at 3-2, Canyons 3-3, Glendale College at 3-4, LA Valley 1-2, Santa Monica College at 2-6, and Antelope Valley at 1-4 in the Western State Conference South, where Citrus plays. And it's interesting, they went 14-0 last year in conference play, 13 straight 100-point games to end the regular season. 13 straight, gentlemen. That's very impressive for the 2008 state champs in Citrus College. And when you look at the OEC, you know it's early this season, but Santa Ana College playing very well atop the OEC. We'll see if that remains once they get January hits and they start conference action. Fullerton is always going to be there. Santiago Canyon, who preseason number 10, is going to be there. Who are the surprise teams this year? Thank you, Mr. Pavlovich. In the OEC.
For me, I think it's IVC. You don't normally see them kind of near the top of the rankings, and they are 4-2, just a loss behind the Hornets in the standings. What about you, Henry? What do you see?
Well, the fact that Fullerton has that one loss, I think, is surprising. I was expecting them to go on an undefeated streak for a while there. In that game on Wednesday, they allowed 92 points to the West LA Panthers. They allowed 60% from three-point range, and they were out-rebounding in that game 40-24 with 14 offensive rebounds for West LA to only the Hornets 7. Halftime stats right now, Ricketts with 9 points for Citrus. Meadows off of those steals with those quick hands, 7 points. Reynolds down low has picked up 8 points.
Dylan Victorio, who we normally see score a bit more, he's averaging 10, only with 2 so far, and JJ Sanchez with 5. Now, off the bench for the Owls, Mikal Sims, no points yet, but he does have a rebound. Alex Sanchez played 13 minutes, most off the bench, and almost triple the amount of starter Dylan Victorio. He has 3 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals, and 2 points. So very well-rounded game for Alex Sanchez.
Yeah, absolutely, Caleb. And for the Hornets, Aki has 8 points. Donovan Pitts is the leader in that first half with 10. Jakari Miles has 5 as well. Braden Smith has 4. And Trey Thompson only 2 points from the starters. Off the bench, Bishop Brooks, 8 points.
In only 8 minutes as well. He's averaging a point a minute.
Yeah, he is. And he also has 3 rebounds to his name.
And Bishop Brooks only averaging 2.6 points on the season, so already quadruple his season average.
Yeah, he's gotten some looks, and he's really taken advantage of his possessions this first half. Leading in the rebounding this first half is Aki with 5, and tied for a 3-way tie. Jakari Miles with 4, Braden Smith as well, and MJ Smith off the bench all have 4. And Bishop Brooks, we mentioned, has 3 rebounds, so he's doing it in multiple phases of the game.
Yeah, you look at the shooting splits for each team. Citrus not shooting super well, only 33% from the field, 22% from beyond the three-point line, but they have 14 free throws attempted, 11 made for 78.6. That's kind of what's keeping them in the game at the moment, is that high number of free throws. Now you flip back over to Fullerton. They are shooting very well down low, which we mentioned earlier, that physical down low game without an elite rim protector from Citrus, 51%. Not shooting super well from three-point land, only 2 out of 10, 20%, and free throws 7 out of 9 for 77.8%.
Yeah, really both teams have not shot the three-point ball well at all. So from downtown, not the best shooting, but you're right, the Hornets just have had the quickness and the length attacking the rim, and it's really converted into a 8-point lead.
And so we talked about the first half, and let's get into the rest of Fullerton College athletics this fall. Where were we at Wednesday again, Ryan? Or excuse me, Caleb, whatever your name is.
That's the second time you've called me Ryan. I think you're more used to having him on here than me.
I'm used to having Ryan next to me, or Mark next to me, so I'm sorry, guys.
Maybe that's a compliment. I don't know.
All right. So, Caleb, where were you on Wednesday?
We were out at men's soccer, number 14 seed men's soccer. Fullerton College Hornets won their first round match versus San Diego City College. They were able to get a game winner out of Jacob Leggett in the 86th minute. It was very, very late off of a great header, high arcing assist, and then a low across the floor shot from Leggett. The assist was by Andrew Ariola. They play in the second round at the 3rd seed Cuyamaca. Now, for all OEC teams for soccer, you have Andrew Ariola, who I just mentioned. He is also all-state as well, or all-region, excuse me. And Francisco Torres, Jared Rodriguez, all OEC first team. Josias Palacios and Bryant Polemounter, all OEC second team as well.
And women's soccer, all OEC first teamer, Gisela De La Rosa, Edie Pfefferkorn, and second team was Layla Barnhart and Shion Rivanas.
Now we move on to women's water polo. They did lose in the second round of their playoffs. Doing great, making it to that point, not able to finish the job with the result they wanted, but great individual seasons as well from all OEC first team McKenna Dunning, second team Sienna Bircht, and honorable mention Isabella Castaneda and Eliana Fernandez.
When you talk about the women's soccer team, this has kind of been a resurgence, if you will, for the women's soccer team for being competitive all season. And you were talking about women's water polo. They lost in what, the second round?
Second round, yes.
Yeah, they lost in the second round of the SoCal playoffs. Men's water polo had all OEC second teamers named Christian Johnson, and honorable mentions for men's water polo was Luke Meldrum and Yoni Bautista.
And Caleb, didn't you get a chance to the coaches show to talk to some cross-country athletes?
Cross country, yes, and water polo as well. Water polo is coming out today. Cross country came out a couple of weeks ago. Zidane Ross and Jonathan Mendoza were the athletes that you were talking about. Got to talk to them both. They both went to the 3C2A state meet as well.
In women's cross country, Brittany Rodriguez made it to the state meet. And in golf, Yoonjin Chang qualified for state. And of course, we can't forget on Monday,
as you were saying, Henry, on Monday, football won the SoCal Bowl in a thrilling 45-30 victory over Riverside City College. Couple of key players from that game, obviously All-American, probably Defensive Player of the Year, Ethan Charpentier, E.J. Robinson getting a couple of picks, Fred Hunter,
and Jack Shearholtz, quarterback for the Hornets, and as well as behind it, a fantastic offensive line, including Hayden Frazier, Mike McDonald, and Dylan Spencer.
And if you want to talk about the coaches show, we got the chance to sit down with E.J. Robinson, Fred Hunter, and Jack Shearholtz. That episode should be coming out next week, so be sure to stay tuned on Hornet Radio for that as well.
And don't forget, tomorrow, women's basketball, Fullerton Hornet style, 5 o'clock right here on Hornet Radio. Caleb and Henry will be on the call without any old people disturbing them at 5 o'clock, and we'll see if we're going to be doing any tournaments. And Henry, I'll let you start off. You and Caleb can talk about what the women have done so far this season.
Yeah, so far, Corey, the women's basketball team is 4-3. They're on a 3-game winning streak. They have wins over
Pasadena City College.
Thank you, Caleb. Ventura and Cuesta. In their Pasadena City College, it was a 60-56 victory. Haley Lakey went 16 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, and 4 steals. And Aaron Choi had 15 points, 2 assists, and 5 rebounds.
Now you go to the next game versus Ventura. 49-44 victory. Lakey once again, double-double this time. 13 points and 10 boards. Choi, 13 points, 4 boards. Chloe Chang, who we haven't mentioned yet, 8 points, 7 boards, 3 assists. Fullerton trailed by 16 at one point in that game, able to make the comeback, get the 5-point win.
And in their final victory of the streak versus Cuesta, a convincing win, 72-56, where they shot 51% from the field. Jaylene Perez went 17 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. Make that 5 rebounds with 3 assists. Chang also had a double-double in this game, 12 points and 11 rebounds. And Femi Nodal, 10 points as well.
And Corey, as you mentioned, they play here tomorrow against the Citrus Owls, who we're seeing play with the men's right now. They got out for warm-ups, so make sure to stay tuned for the second half and for tomorrow as well, where we will see another Hornets-Owls matchup.
So Hornet Radio, the place for California, one of the 2 places for California Community College sports. And by meaning 2 places, one of the 2 best places to watch California Community College athletics. And as we get ready for the second half of play, those coming out will restart, and we'll put that back up who we had at the beginning of the ball game. The startings at the beginning of the ball game were Yoda Aki, Donovan Pitts, Trey Thompson, Jakari Miles, and Braden Smith for the Hornets. That's who started out the ball game and got them to this 8-point lead in the first half against the number 5 Citrus Owls. And Citrus started the ball game with Leo Ricketts, Amiri Meadows, Dylan Victorio, J.J. Sanchez, and Rockwell Reynolds. We just call him Rock from now on. So Rock Reynolds and Leo Ricketts got off to a slow start, and so did Amiri Meadows. But once they got going, it looked like on the defensive side of the ball, their offense got better, gentlemen.
Yeah, Amiri Meadows still only one field goal made from the field, 1 for 9, but he has 7 points. He was able to get those other 5 points from free throws. He's been efficient, 5 for 8, missed his first 2 and only 1 since.
2 steals thus far in the first half for Amiri. And for Fullerton, they really had it going in the first half, in the first 10 minutes of the ball game. And it was really Yoda played well, Donovan played well. Everybody played well, a lot of versatility, but did anyone really stand out?
Sorry, I was drinking.
Not a rhetorical question, gentlemen.
I was drinking some water. I'm getting a little bit lightheaded. It's hot in here. For me, it was Braden Smith. He was able to do well down low, get those points against Rockwell Reynolds.
So 4 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists for Braden. 2 offensive rebounds as he shot 2 for 4, played 14 minutes of the first half. So as we said, the starting lineups for Fullerton, why don't you put that up again one more time, are the same as in the first half. As you see Fullerton in white, they'll be going left to right in the first half of play, and the same starting lineups for Citrus in the second half. They'll be going right to left. Brett Lauer on the left side, head coach. Perry Webster on the right side for Fullerton. These 2 gentlemen came in roughly the same time for their respective programs. And again, once they took control, they've been 2 of the best in the state for the last 10 years. We didn't mention the assistant coaches. We will in the second half. Braden Smith working, and he's fouled by J.J. Sanchez. A little bit too much body.
Sanchez not happy with the call. You could see the exasperation on his face, but he was body checking Braden Smith down low.
Yeah, this is why we need another pair of headsets, because Mark says that's not a foul. That was definitely a foul, as Donovan Pitts starts off the second half with a 3, and he's got 13 points leading the way for the Hornets.
Extends his lead up to 5 on the rest of the Hornets scoring-wise, and that was his first made 3 after attempting 3 in the first half.
46-35, and there's an offensive foul, a push-off on Victorio. And that's the second team foul early on in the first 40, make it 39 seconds of the second half. And yeah, that down low, Mark Pavlovich said it wasn't a foul. That was a foul, and that was also a push-off as well. It's getting heated up, guys. We were told that the officials have warned the coaches that there's too much talk on the floor, and it needs to calm down just a little bit, or the tees will be flying.
Yeah, you could see both coaches getting heated when something doesn't go their way, or just in general. Perry Webster known for that.
Oh, don't hurt him like that.
What a shot from Miles. That was another one that just looked pure the entire way.
49-35 Hornets starting off hot. Meadows frolicking through the hoop. And he's got 2. Make it 9 points total for him. Hornets with a 12-point lead. Thompson, the lefty. Actually, he's a righty, but he does a lot of work with the left. Miles signed with Cal Baptist just this week. On the right side, working against a smaller Meadows, and no good, but again, into Miles' shooting space was Meadows, and he picks up his second personal foul, third team foul in the first minute and 40 seconds of the second half.
And at the start of that, you could see Miles get a little upset at Braden Smith. Smith had the shorter, only 6 feet tall Leo Ricketts on him. Of course, Braden's 6'8", one of the bigger guys on the team. He wanted that mismatch. Braden wasn't making the move that Miles wanted.
Connects on the first. 4 quick points to start the second half.
Jakari Miles now up to, I believe, that is his 7th point, if I'm reading the scoreboard correctly.
So Miles 5 points in the second half, giving him 10 for the ball game. And 51-37, they're late. That's okay.
Just a little. I wasn't counting the 3 because you said don't hurt him like that. I was trying not to hurt him more.
There we go.
But they should try to hurt him more. It looks like they are trying to get Miles involved a lot more in early in the second half. Excuse me.
First team all-conference last year in the OEC. And there's a foul underneath. That's the 4th team foul. And again, Fullerton at halftime, Perry Webster talked to his team and said, don't settle. Let's get to the rack. Let's make something happen. And that says Trey Thompson says, all right, we can do that. I only got 2 points. Let me get some more.
And that was Rockwell Reynolds' second personal foul of the game.
It's 52-37. 53-37. So Meadows and Ricketts, Sanchez and Reynolds, and Victoria. Meadows hounded by Thompson. Ricketts covered up by Braden Smith, forces a wild shot, and Smith corrals the board. He's got 4 rebounds. Make it 5. Miles in the corner, skips it. 18 to shoot, plenty of time. Miles splits the lane, up and under, no good. Just back, front, off. Sanchez with the rebound, Ricketts on the right side, and you see Citrus, Henry, not in the flow of their normal track meet.
No, they're not. And we haven't seen that great three-point shooting that we're accustomed to and we're used to seeing.
No, that was a foul on the floor. Head coach for the Owls, Lauer, not happy with the on-the-floor call.
So he thought J.J. Sanchez was in the rhythm and the shot, but they say that bump down low, and they're going to give him 2. So 7 had it down low. Who are the officials again?
Tonight's officials, crew chief Cesar Diaz, Sivan Azizian, and Ronald Warren are the crew tonight.
So the call underneath had the ball going up. He did get bumped on the drive. He did get bumped on the shot. J.J. makes the first of 2.
And JJ, while in high school, he was an all-CIF player of the year around San Diego. He shoots 80% from the free throw line and is nice, does a really good job at drawing fouls as well.
Makes both free throws, 53-39 as Miles breaks the press. And Fullerton on this offense, they're going to flex. And look for that give and go. Smith.
Oh!
Great dunk by Braden Smith. I really like that the Hornets are picking up the tempo.
And there's a push by Thompson.
Now, going back to that dunk from Braden Smith, that was a perfect pick and roll against Leo Ricketts, the matchup they are kind of looking for this entire second half so far.
On the out of bounds, 16:44, J.J. Smith has it. He get the last 2 free throws. He's got 4 points. Offensive foul. Braden Smith has the opportunity, gentlemen, to be the defensive player of the year in the OEC conference. And he was one of the players that you got a chance to talk to and listen to on the coach's show. Alley-oop. Oh!
Back-to-back dunks from Braden Smith. He is hot.
Lob pass galore. They need to change Lob City down to SoCal Orange County area. 57-39, 16:22 to play. And Citrus calls a timeout as the Hornets are up 18 on Hornet Radio.
Braden Smith going nuclear, showing off the vertical right now.
I know, and the excitement in this gym, I had to turn my headphones down. That was such a great dunk.
And the guy who threw the lob, Trey Thompson, averaging 2 assists on the season. And going back to his high school career, he was a 2-time league MVP, and just this past year in January was a McDonald's All-American nominee. And then coming into this season, second in the OEC in three-point percentage. Now, this Hornets team extending the lead to 18, very, very close to making it 20. They have done extremely, extremely well so far in the second half, which they started out the first half hot as well, Henry.
Yeah, and the Hornets have really picked up the pace that we talked about. They're being a lot more aggressive on the front end, especially with Miles. You can see he's really moving the tempo, picking up the tempo for the Hornets offense.
Inbound in the backcourt out of the timeout with Ricketts, J.J. Sanchez, Meadows, Alex Sanchez, and Dev Hamilton. And there's a hold and push and tackle.
Looked like maybe a little bit of a trip as well.
Yeah, it looked like a soccer play. Trying to get a run on the outside and tripped him up. And that is the third team foul for the Hornets.
Second foul against Donovan Pitts.
Alex Sanchez into J.J. Sanchez.
And J.J. Sanchez drills a three. Didn't even make a move.
57-42, back to 15. Good play out of the timeout for the Owls, trying to quell this momentum that the Hornets have. Backdoor cut, easy buck.
And that was the same exact play we saw Braden Smith get his first dunk on. They ran the pick and roll, wasn't there, dropped it off to OK that time. 2
players in double figures for the Hornets, as we have Leo Ricketts for 3. He steps back for buckets. 9 in the first half, give him 12 now. 59-45. And we'll have a special guest. One of you guys going to have to give up your seats. Henry, you're going to give up. Hold up.
I'll be a gentleman.
In just a moment, we're going to have a player from the women's team, as we'll see them tomorrow. And down low, Braden Smith with the bucket, and he's got 6 points in the second half. And that gives him 10 points. So the third player in double figures for the Hornets. So with 15:09 in the play, 61-45, Hornets with the lead, just starting. Don't forget, we'll be back out here tomorrow. Okay, both of you guys got to go. As I kick the gentleman off the air, because we have important clientele now coming on the air for the women's team, who are 4-3 on the season.
Just put these over your ears, and what you do, then just pull the microphone. There you go.
And we'll get to that in just one moment, as out of the timeout, we've got Alex Smith inbound, Leo Ricketts, J.J. Smith, number 10, Alec, number 11, Amiri Meadows, and Dev Hamilton for Citrus. They're going right to left. Trey Thompson, M.J. Smith. On the floor, Donovan Pitts. Jakari Miles underneath is Meadows. He comes up and under and misses. And Yoda Aki on the floor for the Hornets. 16-point lead. And we have Haley Lakey and Aaron Choi on the air with us for the 4-3 Hornet team. 1-3 straight. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so first off, sophomore, last season was one of the turnaround seasons and one of the most upbeat stories of the 3C2A last year, and you got to the playoffs. And how's that experience last year? And explain a little bit of this year coming in.
Our experience last year, I feel like personally, as like
personally, it was for me. It was really special because it was my first year being in college basketball as a whole, and as a team, I think we did really well. And I know we didn't have a lot of expectations, so for us to do as well as we did, it really taught me to be a little more hopeful in how we play and having more hope for my team as a whole. So I think that also is affecting how I'm coming into this season, as I think I have more hopes for us as a team, especially since I know how well we did last year and how well we can do this year.
And for you, Aaron?
Yeah, from last year, I think I gained like a lot of experience. As a freshman, I was like very naive about like this whole college experience and like what being on the team was. But after experiencing that my first year and even getting into the playoffs, like going to this year, I want to lead my team well. And with that experience from last year, I want to encourage and like be there for my team and everything.
And early on, what's been the best in this first 7 games early on? What's been the best moment so far?
I think honestly it come from our most recent game against Pasadena. I feel like the energy was definitely there, and it was the most exciting game I've had honestly in the past 2 years. I was very into it, and I think as a team we were all really into it. I could tell just by the energy, even if there wasn't a lot of people watching, our teams on both sides were very active and engaged, and everyone I can tell was just trying their hardest to win.
So Haley, you had 16-4, 3-4. Aaron, you had 15-2-5. And Aaron, I'll take it to you. With a win like that against Pasadena, is last year come into play on those tough games?
Definitely, yes. The experience I had last year definitely helped me be prepared for the Pasadena game, because I learned that I needed to be a lot more aggressive. And so for the Pasadena game, I was only driving in and like getting my fouls, and so that's why I was like even 9 for 9 on the free throw line, because I was getting my fouls and everything. So my mentality was just to be aggressive, and yeah, that was it.
All right, 13:57 to play, second half, 61-48 Hornets as Miles in the free throw line. And so how would you describe your games?
So far, if you like this year, our games have been very, I like to say on and off. We have been so far very, I guess, light in the beginning, and then we have to come and work harder just to win them in the end. But this Pasadena game really showed that we can play hard in the beginning and finish games through, which was one of my biggest concerns, because I know we struggled with that last year, of continuing the energy, having it the entire way through, not giving up once the game gets hard for us. And so seeing this Pasadena game and seeing how this team was going back and forth with us, and us being able to pull through and finish it through, really showed that we can do it and that we have the potential of, from now on, being able to do so.
Now, Aaron, I want to bring it to you. From what I saw last year, you are a very tenacious, aggressive defender. You're always up on the ball. How do you kind of prepare for that, both in practice and off the court as well?
So my mentality is always to give like the opponents a very hard time, and like not make their lives easier, because I'm very competitive. Like I want to win every single game, and so I bring I bring 100% to every game and to every practice we do, and yeah, that's why I'm always trying to be on them, trying to be aggressive, and so to make their lives harder.
Now, Haley, you are also aggressive, play well down low. What kind of training goes into that part of the game?
If you mean by like down low, being like a post, like guarding post mostly, as that is what I've been working on so far, especially for my team, as we don't really have someone strong enough to handle it, and we didn't, especially last year. I try my hardest, and I put a lot of work in on weights, and I know when we go into practices, I try to make it hard for my teammates, especially my now up-and-coming posts, who need to be ready for that kind of tenacity from bigger posts down low. I make sure it's difficult for them, and I try to put like my strength into it so they know what to expect when they go into it later on. And so that this year I won't have to do as much post down low, so that they can take it up and do it themselves and know what to be prepared for.
And before we let you go, because we'll be back here tomorrow for your 5 o'clock game, what do we need to know, and this is for each of you, what do we need to know about this Fullerton College team and program?
So far, I think we have a lot of a lot of freshmen coming in. So there's a lot of potential in what they can be, but at the same time, there's a lot of experience needed for them to be ready for what's to come. So I see it when I play with them, and I know that they have the chance and the potential to go far. Especially, I'm hoping next year, once we're gone, they'll have the necessary tools and experience to take themselves and go farther than what I hope we go this year, which I do think we will go really far, but I hope in the process they'll learn a lot from it as well.
Yes, we're a very freshman-heavy team, and so me and Haley, as like the returning sophomores, we have to guide them really well, and yeah, they still need like a lot of experience being on and off the court. But I believe this team, they're very passionate. They're very they want to win every game, and I see their energy and their efforts on the court, and so I do believe that we will, as a team, go far. And yeah, I see a lot of potential with this team.
And I guess I had one more question. So that's what we need to know. Now, what do you want the audience to know? Whether like who has the nicest shoes, what do you think of Coach Dan? What do you want the audience to know?
I want them to know that, well, if it comes to coaches, I think our coaching staff is great. I've never had such a, I wouldn't say timid, but not even nice either, a coach who's so patient. I'm very used to coaches who yell, but being with Dan, I think that no matter what, the coaching style doesn't really affect the team in the way that what you teach does. I see in my personal experience a lot more receptiveness with the people who have been under Coach Dan than I have had seen with other coaches that I've had. And I know that Dan is a newer coach, but I think he puts all his passion into it, and I know he wants us to do well. And in terms of that, I can see in how he expects of us and our incoming freshmen, because he's the one molding them into what they will be on the court this year. And I know he expects a lot from us, me and Aaron and a lot of our other sophomores, to show them what's necessary. But I want our audience to really look at our freshmen and what they are now, and what I believe they will be by the end of our season. Because I think they will come far, and I think they will show a lot of that potential and growth as they progress.
I want the audience to know, like, you know, we may be small, like our team is pretty small, but we are very aggressive. I think we put in a lot of efforts, and during practice, like, you know, it shows that everyone wants to like compete. And so I would just want everyone to know that, you know, even though we might be like small and like not so like not like a great team, but like, you know, we're undersized for sure.
Tenacious?
Yeah, we're tenacious. Yes, we're tenacious, and you know, we're gonna fight with everything we have.
Well, Haley, Aaron, thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow here, and have a good victory tomorrow against Citrus.
Thank you.
Thank you
for having us.
So that was Haley Lakey and Aaron Choi for the Fullerton College women's team, who will be here tomorrow, 5 p.m. tip-off, as Leo Ricketts converts on a three-point play. He had 9 in the first half, and now he's got 7 in the second half of play, and he's cut the Fullerton lead to 13 at 73-60. Fullerton had an 18-point lead earlier to start this second half of play, as Caleb and Henry get back on the air to join us. As we'll reset those lineups for both squads in just a moment, as the pace is picked up. Ricketts in the lane, flying no. And here's Shepard. He's got a layup in the make it 2. And he's got 8 points. And there's a frenetic pace here, and almost a foul. Should have been a foul. And Bishop Brooks, no, they say out of bounds.
No, backcourt.
Over and back. And no foul by Brooks as he went almost into the ankles of Leo Ricketts. So 75-60. Gentlemen, you were watching that play. The frenetic 7 minutes just passed, and 15-point lead. Fullerton's weathered that storm.
Yeah, this game has become very, very high-paced. This is the kind of game that Citrus wanted, the high-pace track meet, but it seems Fullerton has done a better job of it so far.
Yeah, Fullerton has been everywhere on defense, cutting off the Owls at every turn.
Trey Thompson misses the easy chippy. Last touch by Braden Smith, who had a dunk while we were talking to Hayden Lakey and Aaron Choi of the women's team, the two leaders and two leading scorers for the women's team for the Hornets. He had a dunk. Yoda Aki had a dunk to get the crowd going to keep this 15-point lead on pace. And officials talk. They said it was off Braden Smith early, and then they change it. And so could be a little bit of home cooking here for the Fullerton College Hornets, stirring up some trouble. And Brett Lauer says, yeah, if we was at Citrus, we'd have that call, as the Owls are not liking the deficit they're in, as Thompson will inbound.
I think that was the correct call. We could see it go off of the head of the Owls player, and correct call was made in the end, in my opinion.
So that's Aki, Brooks. Aki with the ball. Miles hounded by Meadows. Free throw line jumper. No good. Rebound strong by Reynolds. Smith and Thompson round out the 5 on the floor for the Hornets in white. Citrus with the ball. Ricketts is heated up in the second half. 7 quick points to try to keep them close. He's got the ball now. Or high screen by Reynolds, uses the left side. Pick and roll, no good, throws it away.
Great active hands by Trey Thompson.
With the ball, resets. Perry Webster says, let's back it up. Thompson against Orr. Smith rolls. Got the easy down low against Ricketts. Laid up. Good no call.
And that's the mismatch they've been hunting, as I've mentioned before. Getting that 6'8" Braden Smith on the 6' tall Leo Ricketts.
Meadows misses the 3. Smith now has 8 points in the second half to give him 12. Thompson too much dribbling. Last touch, out of bounds, another turnover. Fullerton, 3 timeouts remaining in this ball game. Citrus has 4 timeouts, 16 fouls for the Owls, 18 fouls for the Hornets. So both teams shooting free throws the rest of the way. Now we've got 3 timeouts remaining for Brett Lauer and his Citrus College Owls with 8:47 to play in the ball game. It is 75 to 77 to 60. Hornets in the lead on Hornet Radio.
You could see Coach Lauer screaming for that timeout. 3 players went off, only 2 came on. They only had 4 on the court right before that timeout, trying to get them situated, get who's supposed to be on the court on the court.
Yeah, and that's not the basketball you have to play when you come to the Hornets' Nest. You have to be near perfect when you come here.
And they haven't been, obviously, well off their scoring pace, only 60 with less than half of the second half to go. They have been very kind of inefficient when it comes to shooting. As we mentioned, in the first half, only 33% from the field, 22% from 3. So we've seen them not play as well as they would have liked.
So we talked about Brett Lauer in the first half. Perry Webster in the second half, 10th season, 235 and 44. 2017, 19, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Whatever year you name it, he's in the mention for Coach of the Year. State champs in 2019, 2023. He's assisted by Tom Gurrell in his 10th season, Devin Uglin in his 5th, Marshall Johnson in his 4th, Ryan Perry on the bench for his first season on the Hornet coaching staff. And again, Perry Webster, as both of you mentioned, dynamic as a player. Cal State Fullerton, Saddleback College as well. NJB, wherever he played, he is a winner. 8:37 to play is Meadows. Kicks it out to Ricketts. Quick release 3 from the left corner. Does not fall. Meadows winds up in his hand. Fouled by Smith. Count the bucket. 3-point opportunity coming the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, the Hornets took off, thought they were able to have that fast break opportunity, didn't quite get it, and a hard foul by Braden Smith.
As Smith checks out, his second personal foul, 19th foul as MJ Smith comes in the ball game. And he converts the three-point play.
That was Citrus's 19th made free throw of the game.
Quickly down the floor is Donovan Pitts. Misses a left-handed layup, but he's fouled, and he'll head to the line as he takes a breather on the baseline. 77-63 is your score. And for Meadows to start it quietly, now has 15 points, and that foul will go on. That was Ian Salmon who checks into the ball game for the first time for Citrus. So Salmon, Orr, Vittorio, Ricketts, and Meadows on the floor, the small lineup for the Owls. Thompson, Miles at the line is Pitts, Aki, and Smith, MJ Smith, on the floor for the Hornets.
And going back to those free throws, Fullerton has made 12 of 15, now 12 out of 16. That was Donovan Pitts. He shot 66.7% coming into today.
Corey, you mentioned the small lineup. The Owls came into this matchup with 13.8 steals per game, and so that is something they do. They get after the ball, they got the ball handlers, and create offense off of that. But we haven't seen that today.
Smith goes 1 of 2 from the charity stripe, and Ricketts being hounded. MJ Smith gets his hand caught in the pocket of Ricketts, and back to the line. 8:09 to play, and just like all basketball games, started off quick and now settle in for a long free throw shooting competition. And I hope you got your seat cushions, because it's going to be a long 8 minutes and 9 seconds and a 15-point lead.
MJ Smith, who just got that foul, he is up to 4 personal fouls, and Leo Ricketts shot 100% coming into today. He has, I believe,
he's got 18 points on the ball game. Misses a free throw, so it stays at 78-63. So he's no longer 100%, and
he hits that one, bringing his total up to 19. Tied for highest score in the game with Donovan Pitts, who just hit a free throw on the other end, who also has 19.
Full court pressure stolen by Salmon underneath to Victorio, and that's the bucket. His first bucket, or excuse me, he's got 2 free throws. His second bucket, he's got 6 points. And here's Brooks again, almost turned it over for the second time on the floor near us. And there's a jump ball. The activity level for the Owls ratcheted up for the final 8 minutes. Hornets ball on the alternating possession arrow, and Miles will inbound along with Thompson, Pitts, Aki, and Kyrie Shepard, the 5 on the floor for the Hornets. So both teams man-to-man exclusively the whole game. Citrus the last 2 times have deployed full court pressure. Picking up their defense well beyond the 3-point arc is crucial. And here's Miles using that big body to the lane. No good. Rebound tapped out to Orr. And Ricketts coming the other way, only down by 12. They average over 100 points a game, so they're prolific. Get that out of here, says Aki. And here is Thompson with the run out. Eases the Citrus momentum with the layup, 80-66.
That was great body control by Thompson, slowing down, letting the defender fly by.
And there's a foul. Thompson on the hold, 7 with the foul, and headed back to the line.
And the free throw contest continues in this second half.
So Meadows with 15 points, 2 fouls. Hasn't been his normal prolific self. Only 3 steals in this ball game. He averages 5. The right-hander, first free throw is up and in.
21st free throw for the Citrus Owls, and that is Meadows' 15th point of the game. Or 16th, excuse me. He had 15 going into that, now 17.
So 12-point lead. And the lead has fluctuated between 12 and 18 in the second half. Kyrie Shepard, the sophomore. Aki, the freshman, no good. Gets his own rebound and padding the stats. And that bucket is good.
And Aki really wanted a foul call there, but he did not get it.
14 points for Yoda. Nice.
And that,
tickling the twine is Leo Ricketts.
That might have been the first 3-point shot made from that corner all night.
Shepard raises, misses. No foul call. Lost possession in the air. Here they come. They can cut it to single digits behind the back pass. Victorio gets baseline, and they do.
the full court press for the Owls is working. The Hornets have not been able to break it the way they were able to in the first half, and it's showing in the score. Lead shrunk to 9.
82-73 with 6:30 to play, and that full court pressure, like you say, they're getting Fullerton in their rhythm, not Fullerton's rhythm. So they're playing faster, trying to execute points. Got 30 points to get to, or excuse me, 27 to get to 100. They're trying their hardest to do it here on Hornet Radio. Corey, Caleb, and Henry, Becky, Wade, and Vito. The old guy, Mr. Pavlovich, behind us, enjoying a nice Friday night at the Hornets' Nest.
For the Owls, they're shooting 41% from the field, 41% from three. Only a 0.3 difference in their shooting percentage from three and from the field. And we've seen Leo Ricketts shoot from beyond, like 2, 3, 4 feet beyond the three-point line at least 3 times tonight, and he's drained all 3 of them, starting to find his touch.
Yeah, and he's showcasing that 64.5% three-point percentage that he's been known for this season.
His favorite player is Stephen Curry, and he's playing a little bit like him, maybe models his game after him a little bit.
82-73 is your score, and there is a hold on the inbound, and Brett Lauer does not like that call. That looks like a call that and here's Thompson headed to the line. Thompson tonight misses the free throw, and here's Ricketts the other way. Out of the timeout with Victorio Salmon, who's really been a defensive specialist and instigator today, misses the layup. And the fifth on the floor is Sims. Ever since they went to the smaller lineup, they've been up and down and trying to create havoc on the floor. With 6:20 to play and a 9-point lead, the Hornets counter with Pitts, Aki off the line, Shepard, Miles, Thompson. That's 5. 82-73 is your score. Stepping to the line with 14 points in this ball game in the first half. He also had 5 rebounds, make it 15 points, and unofficially we're going to give him 8 rebounds.
And Aki has not missed a free throw yet this season. This was his first of the game, and he has officially 9 rebounds.
Free throw is missed. Victorio with the rebound, and up to Salmon in the front court. 6:15 to play. Hesitation by Meadows around Miles, and converts with the left. He's got 19 points. Shepard in the front court. Citrus faithful want to travel. They didn't get it on Yoda. Shepard brings it back out to Thompson to reset the shot and reset the offense with 15 to shoot. Under 6 to play. Thompson with the right hand at the elbow. A lot of head fakes. That's an iffy.
Yeah, that one looked like a little bit of an embellishment, but I guess the ref saw the contact that maybe we couldn't see from our angle.
Thompson goes to the free throw line as the head and shoulders, and no, that's not a foul. 83-75, 5:45 to play, but that's the new game for the young people. Being an old person growing up with the Big East basketball in old school 80s, nothing was a foul. So that contrast has gotten the game a little bit more beautiful, if you will. Thompson's second free throw coming. Thompson's second free throw nestles home, and Fullerton has a 9-point lead once more. The freshman from Washington Prep has had a good game, as Ricketts has an excellent second half with 22 points. And here's Victorio up over Miles. No. Rebound fought for, controlled, at last touched by an owl.
It looked like Ian Salmon tried to go for a putback dunk, just didn't quite get high enough, stuffed by the rim.
Thompson taking the ball up the court.
So Miles in the front court, the attacking half, if you will. And there's a foul, inadvertent foul by Victorio. And again, second half foul calls, home court advantage. And this is what you expect as prolific teams, great programs like we have here will get those home court advantage calls. And we see it here as Fullerton has a 9-point lead, and the game has definitely slowed down from 16 minutes to about 8 minutes. It was fast-paced, gentlemen. We were talking to Haley and Aaron from the women's team, and the flow seemed more frantic, but now the last 6-7 minutes, or excuse me, the last 7 minutes of the ball game, you see it slowed down significantly as Jakari Miles converts, and that's his 11th point, make it 12th point this evening.
He is 5 for 7 on free throws so far today.
First team all-conference player, 6'3", 210 pounds, top 3 shooters in the 3C2A. Makes both free throws, make it number 13. And back up to double digits with 86-75 lead. Hornets came into this ball game averaging 77, and Amiri Meadows says, I don't care. We average 104. Cross-court pass, Miles, prove me right. Yes, he does. 16 points for one of the 3 best shooters in the 3C2A. Jakari Miles headed to Cal Baptist next year with 1 timeout remaining. Fullerton, they've got this 12-point lead with 4:50 to play. This is Hornet basketball on Hornet Radio.
And Corey, you mentioned the shooting of Jakari Miles. He also is just a proficient scorer. He is 3rd in the OEC 4 points per game, averaging 18.8, getting really close to getting above that so far here today.
And he's only 4 points away from making it back-to-back 20-point games, going back to that game against West LA.
Donovan Pitts is also 1 point away from 20. He is at 19 so far. Meanwhile, the Owls have 2 players, above 20 points. Amiri Meadows with 21 and Leo Ricketts with 22.
And there's the 15-second horn.
Let's hear it for your Hornets.
Hornets up here by 12.
Out of the timeout, the Hornets come back with Thompson, Pitts, Shepard, Miles, and Aki. Citrus comes back with J.J. Sanchez, Meadows, Ricketts. Sam stays on the floor, Sims, excuse me, and Victorio. Meadows with the ball working behind the back. Up and over. Contact, no call. Doesn't matter, he's got 21 in the backcourt. Broken easily by the Hornets. In the corner all alone, doesn't take it. Likes the wing better, not really. Front rims it. Here's Ricketts. Meadows once more in the lane. No travel, didn't carry. Good closeout by Aki on Sanchez. And defense sliding them feet left to right and getting them up and down. Jakari Miles forces the turnover. 10-point lead with 4:11 to play. In is Alex Sanchez. Out is Michael Sims. So we just gonna call them the Sanchez brothers out of Montgomery High School in San Diego. We didn't ask if they're actually related, but we gonna say they are. Full court pressure, 1-2-2 variety for the Owls. Shepard brings it back out. Let's run some time off that clock. Man-to-man pressure exclusively defensively in the half court by the Owls exhibited here tonight. The Hornets is led from start to finish. Here's your All-American with the ball on the left wing, shake and bake. My goodness, no. Rebound tapped out of there by Yoda. And they say last touch. No, the ref corrected. And Citrus ball with 3:45 to play. And the crowd here at the Hornets Nest doesn't like it, but it's a good crowd at the Hornets Nest, as always on a Friday night. Citrus, if you're watching from the near side where we're at, their contingent is on the right side as Ricketts is almost out of bounds, and Victorio drives one-on-one. And they call a travel as they drag the pivot foot, and Brett Lauer is not happy.
It looked like maybe even Ricketts traveled before that, but they do call on the second play at the rim.
And there's a reach-in foul. You're going to get Victorio or you're going to get one of the Sanchez brothers. Doesn't matter as Fullerton goes to the line with a 10-point lead. Fullerton put up 92 points against West LA, 91 against Compton. 92 they lost, 91 they win. Thompson out of LA. Nope. Got to make the free throws. They were only 15 of 25 in the loss to West LA, and they lost by 6 points. That's not going to cut it. 11 for 25 from Trey in that ball game. They shot 50%, but West LA shot 54% in that game. Uncharacteristic for the Hornets D as Thompson converts on the second, and he now has 8 points, and Fullerton has an 11-point lead. Backdoor cut, that's pretty. Better defense, no. Better offense, yes, by Ricketts. He has 24 points to lead the way for the Owls. 9-point lead, and the Owls haven't got any closer in this second half. They got it down to 7 at halftime. But Fullerton's playing well, more focused than they have these last 2 ball games, especially in the loss to West LA. Thompson in the corner, travel, hop, skip, jump. Turnover. 90-84, under 3 to play with 2:54 remaining in this ball game. 1 timeout for the Hornets remain. Citrus has 3 with Ricketts trying to carry him in this second half. And he's still carrying him with 25, 16 points coming in the second half of play. Poke away by Victorio. Pull up 3. Yo, my goodness, Leo Ricketts is on fire. 90-86 and a 4-point lead. My man with the red hair came into this ball game in the second half with black hair. Now it's red. That's how hot he is. Only a 4-point lead for the Hornets. Thompson, offensive foul as J.J. Sanchez takes the player control. And with 2:13 to play, it's only a 4-point lead for the Hornets. And Leo Ricketts and the Owls are on fire in this second half. They have finally found their rhythm. They put up 35 points in the first half, 86 now in the second half. Fullerton employs a man-to-man token.
And you can really feel the momentum change. Ricketts hits that 3, and the Owls pick up a charge. That's one way to really fire up the bench and everyone on their sideline.
Jump ball, Anthony Smith Jr. calls it. And alternating arrow belongs to Citrus. And for Leo Ricketts, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to say 5 3-pointers. You can correct me if I'm...
No, you are correct. It is 5, 4, 7 for him from 3-point range.
And you see why he shoots 65% from 3 on the year. Bring it back out to him. Take him one more. Give me your happy shot. In the corner to Alex Sanchez, drives the lane, kicks it out to Victoria all alone. Cut it to 2. 90-88 Fullerton. This pressure has not produced many turnovers, but it's allowed the tempo to change in the last 12 minutes of this ball game. And there's another turnover right on cue. And Citrus has got a chance to take the lead with a 3 and tie it with a 2.
Yeah, the Hornets look really uncomfortable trying to break that press. Turnover after turnover has created a close game here.
Just when you thought the Owls weren't going to approach 100 points in this ball game, they've tied it up. No again. And Miles, the super sophomore, gets the rebound and almost turns it over. They've got 5 to get it across. They've got 3 to get it across. They get it across. And they're rushing. Anthony Smith Jr. backs it on out. Gives some time, plenty of time to shoot. Pitts, pull up. No, get it to your sophomore. Take that. Just pull with 6, with 5, with 4. Miles turns. Good defense by Meadows and taken away. 1-on-2. Splits the defenders. Almost taken away. In the corner 3 times. And Citrus has the lead at 91-90. They have come all the way back. Down by 18 points in the second half. And there's a reach-in foul on Victoria, sending the Fullerton College Hornets to the line with 39.5 and down by 1, 2 shots coming.
What a game. I don't have anything else to say. What a game. Leo Ricketts, 6 for 8, 32 bomb for Leo Ricketts. What a shooting performance we've seen so far.
21 points in the second half has brought them all the way back, and you can see why they're 2 of the top 5 teams in the state, and you can see why these 2 teams will be in the Final 4 when it comes down at the end of the season. Count the bucket for the first free throw for Mr. Donovan Pitts. Caleb, your job is to stay on the live stats for the last 39.5 seconds.
Speaking of Donovan.
Braden Smith, Kyrie Shepard, as you said, Donovan at the line, Anthony Smith Jr. on the floor, and Yoda Aki, the 5 on the floor. J.J. Sanchez, Alex Sanchez, Victorio, Ricketts, and Meadows on the floor. The 5 smaller lineup for the Owls brought them all the way back. Tied at 91, rebound underneath. Alex Sanchez, loose ball foul on Anthony Smith Jr. with 36.4. Both teams are in the double bonus. Citrus is shooting 2.
That free throw from Donovan Pitts not only tied the game, but also gave the Hornets their first score above 20 points. Donovan Pitts leads them with 20. He was 5 for 6 going into that first 2 set of free throws.
So 91-91. This is what you expected in the Battle of the Titans in a 3C2A. And again, you're seeing 2 of the best teams in the state, 2 of the best teams in the nation. When you talk about SoCal basketball, Alex Smith out of San Diego calmly, coolly, and collects his 3rd point. And out of the ball game is Shepard and Smith Jr. Into the ball game is Thompson and Miles. Miles, Aki, Pitts, and Smith. Braden Smith on the floor. So again, Citrus in that's blue. They're shooting for the 2-point lead. This will be their biggest lead of the game. And it is their biggest lead of the game of 2, 93-90, as Dev Hamilton checks back in for Alex Sanchez. Amiri Meadows and Leo Ricketts have played the whole game. And Citrus was down until 49 seconds to play in this ball game. Here's Miles down by 2. Spins in the lane. Over Meadows. Fouled by Meadows. No good as it rims out. Here's Aki. Ties it up at 93 with 19.9 to play. Oh my goodness. Community college basketball at its best. And Ricketts in the attacking half. Sanchez, get the ball to the man who has 32 points. Working against Pitts. Crosses over. The point guard steps back short, rebound, and that will end. Well, regulation, and I guess we got a couple more minutes to play. 93 at the end of regulation, and this is what it's all about here on Hornet Radio. I got two guys next to me, Caleb and Henry. Becky, how you doing? Still chill? Now she's intense. We've got Wade and we've got Vito on the cameras. And I needed to go home.
Mark just pointed at me, said he's blaming you because you need to go home. It will go into OT.
(93) is the score. It's been a good game.
I'm just so glad I'm sitting with you guys calling this game. First basketball game here at Fullerton College. It's been a pleasure, guys.
And it's that full court pressure that we talked about when we walked out of here a couple of weeks ago when we saw Fullerton. That full court pressure, and you said we're going to be in trouble without that true point guard that they have. You know, no Sean Newman out here. There's no Ian Fox out here to really quell that momentum or get those guys in order. And so this is Fullerton comes back. But again, got to hand it to Citrus. They're no slouch. They're a well-coached team. They're a good team. Their time is due this year, and they're showing out. Fullerton is going to be there. You know they are. San Francisco is going to be there. You know they are. These are two of the best teams in the state, top three, hands down. So I guess we got 5 more minutes. Yes, I know it's my fault. Braden Smith, Pitts, Aki, Miles, and Thompson. Victorio will jump midcourt. Sanchez, Ricketts, and Meadows. Citrus controls the tap. They control the tap and the ball, and now they get first possession. 93-93. Fullerton is 4-1 on this young season. Citrus trying to remain undefeated at 5-0. Trying to move to 6-0. Vittorio, not much of a threat outside, so he brings it on the inside, working against Smith. Good D by Braden. Rebound by Miles. That's rebound number 6.
On that last possession, Meadows was waiting in the corner for his moment. Didn't get his opportunity.
Thompson working on Vittorio. Vittorio is a good defender. You're going to reach. Thompson needs to teach if you reach. On the give and go, good switch by the Owls. Down low by Smith. Working on 2. No good. They get a blocking foul. No foul. No charge. And Smith to the line. He's got 12 points. He's got 7 rebounds. Check it.
Yep, Braden Smith, 12 points, 7 boards, 6 for 8 from the field. He has not attempted a free throw so far today. On the season, he shoots 69.2%.
Braden out of Rolling Hills, Peninsula High School. Rattles home the first, 6'8", 215 pounds, a versatile player. And when you watch the coaches show after this ball game, you're going to see him during media day, and Ryan Osborne got a chance to talk to him. You'll see just how well he is and an opportunity to be the Defensive Player of the Year and really be an All-American this year as he rims out the second. Fullerton with the 1-point lead with 1 minute passed in this overtime session. Meadows working on Aki. No, J.J. Sanchez with the rebound taken away. With the leak out, Donovan gives him 3. A 3-point lead for the Hornets. Thought he was going to take Leo Ricketts, 32 in the second half. He's hot, throws it away. And they're going to say good camera work by the 145 crew, and that was the last touch by a Citrus Owl. As Dev Hamilton checks back into the ball game for Alex Sanchez. Kyrie Shepard checks out, and into the ball game for him will be Yoda Aki. Aki in the corner. Hamilton 1 up on Pitts. Pitts has 22 points this evening. 22 for him. Aki 17, Miles 16, and Braden Smith has 13. Miles says, I got this. pull a three, step back on cue. 96, 99, 93. Jakari Miles with 19 points and shows, yeah, I'm an All-American. Yeah, I'm going to be the OEC Player of the Year. As Ricketts, under 3 to play. Ricketts trying to counter. Loses possession. Hamilton comes up with it in the corner. Victorio for 3. He counters. Clutch bucket by the defensive wizard for the Owls. 99-96. Turnover in the backcourt. Count the 3. No. Rebound. Yes. 99-98 is getting frantic. 2:28 to play. And a timeout by the Hornets. They've got one left in this OT period. And you know, we didn't think both teams were getting to 100 points when this second half started. Now it'll be amazing if both teams don't get to 100 points by the time overtime ends. 99-98, Hornet basketball, Hornet radio. I need to go home.
Corey, as you were talking about during the break in between the fourth and OT, it's that full court press. The Hornets were able to pull away, get that 6-point 99-93 lead right when they were able to get out, run, not have to deal with the full court press. But now that Citrus is hitting shots, they have to deal with that press, and it ended with that turnover and now only a 1-point lead.
So Fullerton came into this ballgame averaging 77 points per. Citrus almost to their average. Again, 99-98, and we haven't hit their average yet. In the second half, what is Citrus shooting?
In the second half, Citrus is, I don't have the
What are
second
they shooting
half.
for the game?
For the game, they are shooting 10 of 21 from 3, 47.6, and 32 of 72 for 44.4% from the field. Fullerton, 58% from the field, 36.8 from 3.
Thompson can run the baseline on the inbound. Pitts can run. Thompson on the inbound, back to Pitts. Aki, almost a turnover. Miles and Smith round out the 5 with 2:17 to play. We'll set the Citrus lineup when they get the ball. Thompson hounded by J.J. Sanchez. Skip pass to Pitts. And there's a turnover. Thompson wasn't ready. Pitts wasn't available, wasn't paying attention. Meadows in the key. Get it back to your hot shooter. Misses, rushed it. And Fullerton clinging, saran wrapping to this 99-98 lead in overtime with 1:47 to play. So Victorio on Miles. Hamilton, Sanchez, Meadows, and Ricketts. Meadows and Ricketts have played all 40 minutes, plus the 3 minutes and 23 seconds in halftime. And with the reach in, with Sanchez sending Jakari Miles to the line. Miles in this ballgame has 19 points. He hit a big 3 just a moment ago in overtime.
Also 6 for 8 from the line before these two. Now 6 for 9.
Got to make your free throws. What are they shooting this game?
For free throws, they are shooting 66.7%, 20 for 30.
Not going to cut it. But again, they've got a 1-point lead. Make it a 2-point lead of 100-98 as Kyrie Shepard checks in for defensive purposes for Jakari Miles. Miles has got 4 fouls. Shepard's got 1. So 2-point lead, 90 seconds left in this one, hopefully. And Ricketts has the ball up top. As you see there on your screen, he's been 32 points and almost a foul by Thompson away from the ball. Whistles are stuck in the throat. Sanchez 3, back rim, and here's Ricketts with the fresh shot clock. Meadows, a key in the lane. Kick out, Victorio. Bumped by Smith, foul by Smith. Free throws for Victorio. Dylan, a business major from Chino. He went to Ayala High School. I believe they're the Bulldogs. 6'5", 185-pound sophomore.
And he did get a first-team All-League while in high school as well.
So this evening, he's got 11 points. 4 players in double figures for the Owls, and it's 100-99. Ralph Lawler used to say, first team to 100 wins. We shall see. The former great Clipper broadcaster. 100-99. 200 even is your score here at the Hornets' Nest. Ball knocked out of bounds by Hamilton.
Look at all those ones and zeros on the scoreboard. Wow.
Each team, exactly a minute, 100 points for each team, 10 team fouls for each team.
Like I'm looking at binary.
So the Hornets' Nest is coded, gentlemen. Under a minute to play. So would you say this would be the Matrix?
Could be. Could be.
Miles working on Ricketts. 2 of the best shooters in the state. Turnaround jumper, almost traveled. Take that, regather, left it short. Meadows ahead of the pack. In between, weaving. Hamilton for 2 in the lead. 102-100. And Citrus never quits. 18 down in the second half. Their biggest lead has been 2. They've got a 2-point lead now. Braden Smith up and under. No good. Aki go back over Victoria, excuse me. And he does just that for his 19th point and a chance for a 1-point lead at the stripe with 12 seconds remaining.
Aki's footwork has been really impressive tonight. Using his pivot foot, getting the matchup, getting space, and getting the angle to make his shot.
Aki played at Air Force last year, comes here this year, and has an offer to go to Southern Utah University next year, showing why he deserves it. 19 points, potential for 20, and 11 boards, a double-double for him.
5 points, 5 players in double figures for the Hornets, and he misses the free throw. It stays tied at 102.
You know,
timeout taken at half court, 6.5 seconds remaining.
Corey, you don't look too happy that it's still tied.
102 is your score.
No comment from Corey.
6.5
I want that on the
seconds
record.
left on this. And it's been an outstanding game. Leading scorers for Fullerton. Leading scores for Fullerton.
Leading scores for Fullerton are Donovan Pitts with 22, Jakari Miles with 20, and Yoda Aki with 19. And then it drops down to 13. Braden Smith and Bishop Brooks with 10. Those are the top 5 scoring-wise for the Hornets. Bringing it over to Citrus. Obviously, top scorer for them, we have Leo Ricketts, 32. Amari Meadows, 23. And then a kind of a drop-off. JJ Sanchez, 14. Dylan Victorio, we haven't really seen him a ton scoring until this overtime period with 13. And then Rockwell Reynolds with 8, and that's the top 5 scoring-wise for the Owls.
So with 6.5 seconds remaining, Fullerton comes out on defense with Aki, Thompson, Smith, Pitts, Shepard. JJ Sanchez will inbound with Hamilton, Meadows, Alex Sanchez, and Ricketts. They use their second of the 3 timeouts. And here's the thing with Citrus. As a team and as a basketball, you always want to say, let's go to the basket in these situations. Let's see if we can get a backdoor cut, something opening up in the middle of the floor. But the way they shoot threes, especially Leo Ricketts from the outside in De La Salle High School, a 3 is not out of the realm of possibility as he shoots 65%. We'll see with Brett Lauer, Tobin Kund, and Jericho Santos, the brain trust for the Owls, come up with in these final ticks as we may go to another overtime, because if they hit this bucket, they'll reach their season average. If they don't, well, We got 5 more minutes as the Hornets come back out with the same 5 on the floor. And if you don't know, number 4 is Thompson. Number 2 is Pitts. Number 23 is Shepard. Number 30 in white is Smith. And number 1 is Yoda. JJ Sanchez, that's Alex Sanchez, will inbound the ball. 6.5. And it's another timeout, and the play, it was designed for Ricketts to come up and meet the ball on the inbound. He gets to the corner, and he's not able to inbound the pass. And in the corner you don't want to get to against this Fullerton College team. So now they're going to have to open up, maybe put 2 people in the backcourt and open up that middle for a play, because 6.5 seconds is plenty of time to get a good shot off.
And Henry, you were able to ask head coach Brett Lauer before the game, you have a shot last minute, have to make it to win. Who takes it?
He said the man, whoever's open.
And somebody said that was a bad question. I guess it wasn't. It was
no idea who that could be.
A question that was very apropos as it comes down to it. You get an A. So
that's right.
6.5.
I'll take it.
So who's going to take the shot, gentlemen?
Whoever's hoping.
No, but it has to be Ricketts tonight. And
all right, Henry, you get to stay on for the final 6.5.
And just like around the horn, Caleb Ramos has been muted by the host tonight. And
so now we've got Hamilton with the inbounds as they set up top, 5 high. Meadows with 3. Ricketts, turnaround 3 for the win, though. So I guess we're going to overtime number 2.
And I guess we get unmuted just one more time at least, Caleb.
Just one more. Man, you were right. It had to be Leo Ricketts, who I would have said. But, man, what a game, what a game, what a game. That's all I have to say. It's been fantastic so far.
And Corey mentioned earlier that these 2 teams might see each other in the Final Four come playoff time, and this does feel like a playoff environment.
Guys, I think the one thing you didn't notice for there, and I think it was inexcusable. Even the coach from Citrus was upset. The Fullerton players walked right up to their huddle. They were told 3 times on the last 3 timeouts to back away. And the coach looked at the referee and said they came up there. Could that have been a technical foul? Yeah, but it was never a call. So, this is something you got to look at.
Yeah, I mean, you don't really want to decide a game as the referee, especially a game as good as this one, on a technical foul like that. But if it was the right call, it should have been made. Mark was right. I didn't quite see that, but very interesting.
Yeah, I always say if there's a call, make the call.
Tip controlled by Citrus. They get the start of the second overtime. Sanchez and Sanchez. Hamilton, Ricketts, and Meadows. Guys, both Meadows and Ricketts have played the whole game. J.J. Sanchez with the bucket. J.J.'s got 16, looking for 17. And if they make this free throw, this will be their biggest lead of the ball game of 3, and they're surpassed their average. Right now, they're hitting their average of 104. 104 to 102. So Ralph Lawler's law for the Clippers said the first to 100 always wins. Fullerton, we shall see. They were first to 100, but Citrus has the lead now. And they back rim the free throw with Smith, Shepard, Thompson, Pitts, and Aki. No Jakari Miles. Here's Aki off the glass, ties it up. Big bucket for Yoda. And again, he's a tremendous athlete, 21 points, going to be an all Orange Empire Conference performer. You see the spring in his step as Hamilton drives on Smith, forces it no, but gets his own board, yes. 106-104. And guys, from the 14-minute point on, the pace has been citrus. And there's a foul underneath by Dev Hamilton. It's one of those fouls that you can't get away from. But Donovan Pitts heads to the line for 2. Team high, 22 points. So with this free throw,
Donovan Pitts will get potentially 23 and 24 points. He's shooting 6 for 8 from the free throw line today and 66.7 coming into today. So a nice improvement on that free throw percentage.
Donovan came into the season as he missed, averaging 8.5 points and 2.5 rebounds a ball game. He's well above his point average. The lefty misses that first free throw, however. And the freshman from St. Anthony's connects on the second. So it's 106-105 as Ricketts in the ball game has played every second of these 2 overtimes thus far, along with Amiri Meadows. Alex Sanchez and J.J. Sanchez playing catch on the left wing. Drive, Braden Smith takes the charge. Yes, sirree. Player control, no free throws, but that's a turnover. Here comes Jakari Miles, the all-conference performer, front runner for Player of the Year in the OEC. Comes back into the ball game, a prolific three-point shooter. He comes back in with 20 points. Pitts has 23. Aki has 21. He's got the ball now into the front court. Here's Thompson. Down by 1. High screen set. He rolls down, gets the matchup he wants on Ricketts on the corner. Excuse me, on the baseline. Free throw line jumper by Braden Smith. Nice and easy. Full hand loop for Braden. Now has 15 and a timeout taken by the Hornets. They've got 1 left with 3:20 to play.
Braden didn't look like he expected to be that open. He looked like he was going to try and dump it down low and just found himself wide open and hit the easy jumper. And that is now his 15th points of the game. I misread the box score.
But good for him getting that charge on the opposite end, picking up the 2 points, and getting the Hornets the lead. It's actually really hard when you're playing the opposite side of the key and the opposite side of the block. The Owls had the Hornets spread out on defense, and it was a pretty good play getting to the other side of the paint and picking up that charge.
And the Hornets have now 3 players over 20 points. Donovan Pitts, 23, Yoda Aki, 21, and Jakari Miles with 20. Miles also close to a double-double. So is Braden Smith. Jakari Miles, 20 points, 9 rebounds, and Braden Smith, 15 points, 8 boards.
Fullerton was out-rebounded by West LA in their loss. They're out-rebounding Citrus 48-37 in this double overtime right now in a 1-point lead. Now Dev Hamilton with the rock. Meadows backs it out. Good switch by the Hornets. Meadows tries to split in the lane. Can't convert at the 10. Aki. Pitts. Slow it up. You can take your time with under 3 minutes to play in the second overtime. Thompson in the lane. No good. They get a blocker charge. That's a no call, gentlemen. You guys to play on that one. There's too much discussion.
Yeah, I mean, if they have to talk about it this much, whether it was a block or a charge, then that was Donovan Pitts on the drive, looking for his 25th points and the 3-point lead.
And we wish we could have been privy to that conversation because they overruled it and called a block, and Fullerton heads to the line with Trey Thompson. And that's the fifth personal foul for J.J. Sanchez. He fouls out with 16 points.
He had 16 points, 6 boards, and obviously the 5 fouls, as you mentioned. No assists, but he was 3 for 3 from beyond the arc.
So Trey Thompson heads to the line with 2 shots and a 1-point lead, 2:45 on the clock. 2-point lead and 2:46 on the clock.
Thompson 5 for 8 from the free throw line, including that one. We'll see if he goes 6 for 9.
3-point lead and 2:46 to play, 109-106. Fullerton's highest point total this season at 109. Meadows to Alex Sanchez, who gets caught up by Trey Thompson. And he's to the line. He's got 4 points this evening. And so that's going to foul out Trey Thompson, disqualified with 5. And Jakari Miles checks back in.
Trey
Jakari
Thompson
has 2 fouls. I gave him 4 earlier. He's only got 2.
Trey Thompson ends the game with 10 points, 4 assists, and 2 boards. Those last 2 free throws crucial for extending the lead, but it could go right back down to 1. Alex Sanchez, known as a shooter, likes to hit catch and shoot threes and hits another free throw. Alex Sanchez, now 3 for 3 on free throws, has 5 boards and 3 assists as well.
109-107.
Hits his other free throw, now 4 for 4.
Okay, 109-108 as Ian Salmon checks in. And Sims checks out inbound. Aki. Now it'll be interesting who's going to run point guard duties or the de facto point guard. If they got 3 seconds to get it over, looks like it's going to fall to Kyrie Shepard, who's in the front court with Smith, Pitts, Miles, and Aki. Down low, Smith on the roll, kick out. Yoda, short. Hamilton, box out. And here we go with the Owls running the other way. Leo Ricketts has been quiet. 109-108. Meadows has been quiet lately. Over, no good. Goes down to the ground. Loose ball foul. They say he came down. That's Alec Sanchez on the line. So Meadows, although he has 23 points, he's percentage shooting.
He is he's 6 for 20, only shooting 30% and 0 from 3, but he is 11 for 15 from the free throw stripe.
6 of 20 from the field is Amiri Meadows. Shoots better in the lane. Leo Ricketts has got 32 points. And Fullerton has the ball now. Cannot run, under 2 to play. Cannot run the baseline. Have to stay still, not on a made bucket. And a 1-point lead. Both teams in the double bonus. Yoda up top, working on Ricketts. Got the side height advantage on the arm. Count the bucket, no. But he'll head to the line. Good recognition of who you have defending you. If you are 6'4" and above, which Yoda is, we talk about 6'4" plus 3 inches. He's 6'7". Leo Ricketts is only 6 feet. And 6 feet versus 6'7".
All the middle schoolers listening are just going wild right now.
Yoda makes the free throw.
That is 2 for 4 from him from the stripe. He's shooting a fantastic percentage. He's 10 for 13 from the field.
110, 108, and an excellent game played here today. And this is why you should all come out. He makes both free throws, 111, 108. 3C2A Community College Athletics is the best value for your dollar, for your money. Come out here and enjoy these student athletes. As Mark Pavlovich always says, playing for the love of the game. It's Rock Reynolds now back in. He hasn't been in this whole second half. Count the bucket. Oh my gosh. 111, 111. That ain't right. You shouldn't be able to do that, Mr. Ricketts. 111, 111, we ain't never going home. 60 seconds to play. Oh, man, what an outstanding game. Aki uses the quickness. There you go, young man. Do your thing. Do your thing. Sophomore out of Sonora, the Raiders. Drives is Meadows. Up and under. Goal! And if you're ever taking the 145 class, is not the reaction you want as a play-by-play person. Just to let you know, you'll get a note if you do that. 113, 111 is your score. Meadows heads to the line, and that's a personal foul on Braden Smith. That's his fourth.
Now, at the line, Amari Meadows, 11 for 15, 12 for 16. He has gotten half of his points from the stripe. On the floor for the Owls is Amari.
Reynolds out, Salmon in. Meadows' second free throw ties it up at 113. 43.9. Full court pressure once again employed. Aki has the last 4 points for the Hornets. And they're fighting through the screen is Meadows. The screen set by Thompson, fouled by Miles. Fouled on Miles as Meadows a little bit too aggressive. His fourth personal.
Both of the Citrus guards picking up 4 fouls here.
And again, they have played every second of this ball game.
Which is exactly why Rickett shouldn't be able to shoot like he just did. Even though it was a little short, maybe a little tired, but still making those shots. 35 on the game for him.
Shooter's got to shoot. And so there we go. And the officials don't know that we got places to be. And no, the officials, I think the officials have done a good job tonight. They've really taken control of the ball game, and with that control, prolongs the ball game. But again, you don't want anything to get out of hand. You don't want anything to be unjust one way or the other. 3C, 2A officials work hard every game they play. So 113 is your score. Again, don't forget, this is a basketball weekend on Hornet Radio. Tonight we've got the men. Tomorrow we've got the women at 5 o'clock versus, again, the Citrus Owls. And we got a chance to talk to Haley Lakey and Aaron Choi, the team leaders for the Hornets earlier in this second half. So we're going to see, it should be Jakari at the line. So Jakari connects on the free throw. That's 21 points for Mr. Miles. 114-113 with 33.8. 115-113 with 33.8. And so Mr. Ricketts on the right side. Trey Thompson, you got to get up on him as soon as he crosses half court. They don't get up on him, misses left. Rebound chased down, last touch, and out of bounds. On the line is Rock. So Rock Reynolds thought he was pushed out. Officials say he was on the line. Hornet ball with 19.9.
Ricketts had the shot he wanted, just not able to quite get it. He was drifting a little left, and that's where the shot ended up.
Thompson on the inbound. Shepard on the left side with that little head nod. Triple team, traveled, got away with it. Miles, timeout by Perry Webster and the Hornets with 14.4. And again, if this game was played at Citrus, maybe that's a travel on Kyrie Shepard. Again, good pressure in the backcourt. You love the way both teams play. You love the way both coaches coach. And these are the two of the best coaches in the 3C2A. Perry Webster, arguably the best coach in the 3C2A, and what he's done in the last 10 years, arguably the best program in the 3C2A in the last 10 years. And overall, Fullerton as a men's basketball squad, how many championships do they have?
The men's basketball team has
So you're about to say they got 23, 2019, 06, 61, and 54 state championships. So that's five. That's not bad. And an undefeated season in 06. These Hornet program and one of the best players that you've seen in this. And in the 3C2A and whatever conference and whatever reiteration you want to say, Fullerton College is premier. 115-113. The last state championship for Citrus was 2008. Fullerton has no timeouts remaining. They cannot run the baseline. Inbounds to Shepard. In the backcourt, Miles, and they foul Jakari. That's the one they did not want to foul with 9.6. With the prolific three-point shooting team with 2 timeouts remaining, we shall see. Ricketts was out because you don't want him to pick up his 5th personal foul. He'll check back in. He's at the scorer's table with Rock Reynolds. Jakari made his last 2. He's got 22. Made his last 3. He's got 23.
He's 10 for 13 from the line, looking to make this a 4-point lead. 23 points
for Pitts, 25 points for Yoda. Smith on the floor also has got 15, and he misses. It's a 3-point game. Alex Sanchez kicks it out. Rock Reynolds, yeah. Ooh, that looked good from here. And that's the ball game, folks.
What a game.
Fullerton takes the game 116-113 over Citrus. For Caleb, for Henry, for Wade, for Vito, for Becky on the 1s and 2s, I am Corey Nayland. You've been watching Fullerton College basketball on Hornet Radio.